did you just say?
I was just asking why I insist on cooking really complicated stuff in a small galley, and I think that I am going to be a 2-minute noodle girl from now on. It's stupid.
I believe you.
Stupid!
You wish you were a 2-minute noodle girl. Ooh, yum.
Yeah, look, I'm like, everything has its own production means. This needs to be deep fried. These need to be fried in hoisin sauce and garlic. And then the noodles need to be cooked separately.
Oh my goodness. Gourmet girl all the way. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, it'll be really yummy.
Your food's always delicious.
Thanks, baby.
Good.
So did I tell you that when me and Indy went to Sydney, we went to this like super awesome ramen bar?
Oh yeah, you did mention that.
So I've been inspired by that because the broth was so tasty and it just had like little bits of things and fried tofu put in on top of the broth and the noodles, and they're all just cooked just right. And I feel like that's the key. You can't, it's not a lot of Japanese is not just like a one. Is ramen Japanese? Anyway.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's not just like a one pot meal, like everything's cooked the way it should be.
Nice.
And it's all very well and good when you have it handed to you on a plate, but
yeah,
this
it's a different thing to
it's
recreate
a
it.
different thing to recreate it.
I think you're recreating it well.
Well, we shall see. Okay, it's happening.
Wow. Wow, what a hearty bowl of soup that is on this cooler day, autumnal day. Oh.
Let's do it.
Wow, sweetie, you've done a great job.
Thanks.
Looks very, very professional.
Good.
Well, I just wanted to quickly record that thing that you made. A good point about how this soup is a really good long stores meal because we have all these things in the long stores.
Yeah, the shiitake and the black fungus are dried, and the tofu is in a sealed long store packet. It's just mung bean noodles, which are dried, and then the fresh things are cabbage and mushrooms and garlic, which are all pretty storable things, hey?
So good.
And miso and stock.
And it's bloody delicious. Just so you all know.
So much rain! My goodness! Whoa!
Whoa.
So we're not sailing in that.
We made the right decision. Well folks, here we are at Port Stephens, patiently waiting for a weather window for a while now. We get the right southerly winds forecast and then all of a sudden we have too much wind. So we were hoping to leave this morning, we got all geared up and we were heading out and we had a look at the wind out there and it was pretty wild. It was already blowing 25 knots inside the bay, so we figured better to play it safe. So we've come back in here into Fame Cove, which is a bit further into Port Stephens. The biggest issue with our departure time is also arrival time at either of our destinations. They're all bar crossings. If we shoot for Camden Haven, which is about 10 hours, we want to get there on an upcoming to a high tide to get in across the bar safely with a rising swell that's forecast. So departure time is critical. It's either that or we push on to Port Macquarie and get in there on a higher tide. But anyway, it's a nice bay we're in here, and I think we'll have an early night and we'll reconsider things in the morning. Crew, it's the next morning. Based on the weather forecast, we've decided to stay in Port Stephens. That's the way it is. We've just got to deal with it. So looking like another week before the weather comes into our favour. Anyway, we'll just find lots of little jobs to do. What are we doing here today?
Well, notice how the spatula is wedged in on its own.
So we're removing the old windows and resealing them because they've been leaking more and more. Unfortunately, these last two we've removed have been siliconed in, and silicon is a real bugger of a product because it's very hard to clean it off, and it's not paintable, and nothing sticks to silicon, and silicon sticks to everything. So pulling this one out, and we've done 2 of the other 4 that were leaking, so that's half of them done. This one, I'd like to try and get this done before it rains again tomorrow. What else should I talk about? Oh yeah, the replacement. The replacement
of what?
So these are the original windows that came with the boat. They've been replaced by the previous owners. Perspex was replaced, and these are the original aluminium frames. And when we removed the first one, we realised there was only 10 mil of cover of the external aluminium against the body of the deck. So there's not much room to seal, but what we're doing is pulling them out, resealing them with a better sealant. But this is only a temporary measure because I think in the longer term, these Perspex windows will replace with toughened glass and get the aluminium surrounds remade. There is a company in Melbourne who do this, Alfab. So we're looking at, just for now, doing at least a reseal, which might get us through another year or 2, and then we'll have to get the windows replaced at that point. Yeah.
And what about the wooden inserts?
Yes, that's the other thing. So Peter and Janet, who also had a Cavalier 37, when they replaced their windows, they realised when you pop this internal frame off, the cabin liner, which is a smooth surface here, is separated from the deck shell by about 10 mil of gap. Now that gap's been closed by this being screwed onto the external frame, so the gap is sort of squeezed shut, but it naturally wants to be a bit of a 10 mil gap, so we can make up these timber inserts. And Peter did a really good job of doing it on their boat and shared the photos of that with us, which was very kind. So I think when we've got lots of time up our sleeves, a rainy day anchorage, we'll start making up some of these timber inserts, which we'll put between this bit of metal and that bit of metal. When we put them back together, which will make them look nice, and they'll be even stronger.
Alright, you better fess up.
Yeah, everybody, look, the first cake that we baked, banana cake, turned it into banana rock. So we had take 2, take 2, and this one is an apple cake with much the same ingredients, but this time I put some more rising agent in it, and look, it's risen, and it's even not burnt on the bottom. So pretty happy about that. Well, let's slice it up and see how good it is, hey?
Yeah, sounds good.
With some cream.
Yum.
There we have it, folks. A sunset shot of the apple tea cake.
And spoilers, it's really good.
A bit of cream. Is it good?
Yeah.
Right.
Really good.
because they've asked for the rope. Yeah. So if they get some sort
What do you have
of
to say for yourself?
I'm excited because I probably don't know how much work is ahead of me. And then tomorrow or later on I won't be so excited, but for now it's exciting.
That's good. Wow.